been completed and I'm all in a sweat. You can see I'm all in a sweat. It's lovely. It's quite warm, quite mild out today, and it's been absolutely gorgeous. I just love walking. My walking's getting so much better now. I feel like I could walk for miles. Barney's looking at me as if to say, I really don't want to go home yet. But I have to. I've got so much to do, and we've been out for over an hour now, so he's had his exercise and he can go to sleep for the rest of the day. So until my daughter gets home and she can take him out. Yay! So I'm now off home, and after I've dropped Barney off, and I'm gonna have my dinner. I'm starving. Good morning. Today is Tuesday and I've gotten up early. I've had my breakfast, which was granola. No surprise there then. And I am about to go and walk Barney for an hour or two. Then I'm going to come back for a lush pasta dish, which I made earlier. Oh, sounds like I'm on Blue Peter now, doesn't it? Which consists of chicken, bacon, mushroom and a lovely cheese sauce on top and spaghetti. That's a bit later. I've also made a vegetable soup, which I'm not very good at making soup, so I'll try it first before I put the ingredients on. If it's nice, I'll let you know. If it's not, well, we'll just kind of skip that really fast. So yes, that's my day. I'm teaching this afternoon, excuse me. I'm teaching this afternoon, and Oh, pardon me, I've just taken my tablets and I've had a cup of tea. Teaching this afternoon online because I'm at home working, and until 8:30 this evening. And yeah, and then I'm going to relax a little bit later and do some editing before going to bed. So have a good day. See you later. And what a glorious day it is. We've just been out to the shops. We did take the car because it's a little bit of a rush day. I've got so much on. And I went to Boots to get my medication for my nasal drip that happens at night time. It's a bit of a bummer. I'm hoping to come off those at some point. We've had a couple of cups of tea, and now we are having a fry up without oil. Now what I've done is, I'm going to turn you round. We have rindless bacon going on in here, and we have mushrooms cooking in the same juices. There's no fat in there, there's no oil. I keep that on just so that the mushrooms get all nice and takes on the bacon juices. We have baked beans there with nothing in. We've got sausages in here. Sausages. No, they're not all for me or Richard. We're having 2 small sausages each. The rest are for sandwiches for Richard to take to work, or if he wants to just have some sort of thing in his packed lunch. And we're having 2 slices of toast with a little bit of butter on, and that is our breakfast. That will carry me through until about 3 o'clock, when I'm going to have a jacket potato with tuna and possibly a bit of sprinkling of cheese. And that is going to be me for today. And here we are, it's Wednesday afternoon now, well kind of, ish. I've taken Bunny out again for a nice walk, and he loves it. Just brought the ball this time. I'm not going deep into the woods. We've got a nice path here, as you can see. It's all hard concrete, because my knees give me a little bit of jip this morning, possibly because it's really cold, and in the cold my knees play havoc. They're okay to walk on, there's no worries. I'm just going to walk around, just getting tired out. I've got a long day ahead of me, and so I'm just going to walk around a few times just to get my steps in, get my heart rate up a little bit as normal. And it's so good to just get out and have a reason to get out. And because my daughter is now working different hours, I've offered to take Barney out during the day for at least he gets 2 walks, but I think possibly 3 walks a day, so that's really nice. Hi, I've just had an interview with our local paper, the EDP, Eastern Daily Press, here in Norwich. They wanted to do a little bit of a story about Back to Health and my past when I was on Stars in the Rise, and combining it all together, and how much weight I put on, and my history really of my weight loss and gain. And up until this moment, and it's fantastic. Then they sent a photographer over to do a bit of a photo shoot, and they were saying, have you got any old clothing? And I was going, no, I can't think of any. They said, surely, haven't you got anything that you used to wear? And suddenly I thought, oh my goodness me, I've got a pair of old jeans that I wore actually in the documentary that I did back in 2006. And so I rooted through my drawers and I found them. Do you want to see? Here we go. these are the jeans that I wore in there. Can you see? Okay. See, I'm half the woman. So that's 8 stone gone, and I fit into these jeans. So yeah, I can see. Can you see it there? I'll get right onto my hips there. There we go. Yeah. Goodness me. So what a journey it's been, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm finding it increasingly easy, but I'm very aware that it could creep up on me. Last night I felt that I had a bit of a craving coming on. I wanted to eat something. It was just that habit of putting something in my mouth, like when I used to smoke. I used to do this, and it was that motion that I needed to stop. So I got a bunch of keys, and whenever I felt like a cigarette, I would play with the keys, and that's how I gave up smoking. So it was just doing something. And so yesterday I decided to take myself off and pop over to my daughter's, and we took Barney out for another walk, and it was really lovely. And I don't think I videoed it, I'm not sure. And when we went back, she made me a nice cup of tea, and then she said, "Mum, do you want a Magnum?" And I just stopped for a second. It was almost for a second. I thought, yeah, no thank you. And she brought one out. She said, "Are you sure? It's a white Magnum, Mum, a white chocolate Magnum." And I looked at it and I said, "No, thank you." She said, "Oh, are you all right with me eating it?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And it didn't pop in my head. I wasn't secretly thinking, I wish I could have one. The craving just wasn't there. And my gosh, that's a miracle. I just finished work teaching. I feel a little bit tired now because I think I've overdone it this past couple of days with my walking. I did go out for a walk last night with my daughter, and it was really, really nice, really, really nice. And so we had 2 long walks yesterday, and today my back is really hurting because I'm now working from home again. I'm doing Skype, and tonight I had a 3-hour session. My back, it's hard. But I tried to get up and move around. I made a cup of tea when I had one of my students on. She didn't mind. And tonight I decided to have a cauliflower cheese grill. And they're not that healthy. I know they're cauliflower, but they're in a packet, and I'm going to learn to make my own. And sweet potato and corn on the cob. It's rather nice. I really enjoyed it. I did have a little bit of mayonnaise. I didn't have it all, and I did have a bit of sweet chilli with it. And then I found myself in the kitchen, looking in the cupboard, waiting for something to jump out. And I caught myself, and I thought, "Oh, hold on a minute. What's going on here?" And it's just a pure habit, a year's lifetime of looking in the cupboards or the fridge and just looking, waiting for something to jump out and go, "Eat me! Eat me! Custard here!" Or "Rice pudding! Come and have this rice pudding!" And it's like, no, I haven't got any because I don't buy it anymore. Poor Richard. He would probably eat it if I had it. But he's rung me up and he's asked me if I'd like to share a bottle of wine with him, and I said no thanks. So he's got one for himself. So yeah, and I just thought, am I thirsty? Do I want something to drink? And I do. I still want something, but I'm bored with a cup of tea and I'm bored with coffee, and I could have a glass of wine, but I'm saying no. Yeah. So I might just have a glass of water with some ice in. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, now saying that, I've got a bit of a thirst on. So water with a bit of ice, that's what I'm going to have. And I'm going to get on with some editing. Yes, I am indeed. So tomorrow is weigh day, and I'm looking forward to standing on them scales. I'm hoping it's not going to go, get up me! Like it did last week. But we're over that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the evening news, Eastern Evening News, has said about me, because I had an interview today which I really enjoyed, and see what happens. And then of course we've got the whole weekend, and then I'll let you know on Monday what happens on the scales tomorrow. Okay? No, I'm okay. Have a great weekend.
I love you. I love you, baby.